Water is a basic human need. We use it every day to brush our teeth, shower, hydrate, and more. For many of us, it is something we take for granted, a constant fixture in our everyday life. In the United States, we have water treatment plants that treat the water and send it out into an extensive distribution network that is highly regulated. However, there are several countries in the world that struggle with maintaining consistent sources of clean and healthy water.
And probably about 3 billion people in the world don't have access to that, at least consistently. And one of the consequences of that is we have a lot of children that die from waterborne pathogens and getting sick. They ingest the pathogens, they colonize their gastrointestinal systems, they get diarrhea, vomiting, dehydration, and they die. So it's on the order of about 1 to 2 million children each year that die from that problem, just because they don't have safe water.
While many of us have reliable access to clean water every day, 1 in 3 people worldwide lack access to safe drinking water. It is a rare commodity, a luxury. For those threatened with drinking contaminated water, diseases and illness such as cholera, typhoid, dysentery, or in serious situations, death are the consequence. With there being no stable source for clean water, many individuals from these developing countries like South Africa, Uganda, Papua New Guinea, and several more have tried to limit their overall use of water due to its scarce access.
I think what we're learning is people in South Africa specifically drink a lot less water than us, and they don't drink a ton of water in general.
As a result of these difficult and arduous lifestyles, many organizations have taken it upon themselves to provide clean water for those who don't have access to it. However, one of the more inventive approaches that may be taking the next huge step in water purification is being developed by Silivhere Technologies Incorporated. At the University of Virginia, Dr. James Smith, the CEO of Silivhere Technologies Incorporated, with a group of graduate students, developed an innovative product in the world of water purification.
In the United States, we have great water and we don't have people dying from poor quality water. But really it's a development issue. In the developed world, the resources aren't present to build sophisticated, centralized water treatment and distribution systems. So I became interested in the idea of sort of distributing water treatment. Instead of treating at a centralized point and sending it out, letting people treat their water in their home right before they consume it. And the World Health Organization has endorsed this approach as perhaps the best chance to improving water quality and health in the developing world. It's got to be technologically effective, right? It's got to kill the microorganisms. It's got to be really, really cheap. It's got to be really simple to use, and it's got to be socially acceptable. And I think the MatiDrop technology checks all those boxes.
The MatiDrop Plus is a microporous, water-permeable ceramic tablet infused with microscopic silver clusters.
Yeah, so the MatiDrop, it's actually now called the MatiDrop Plus, was a technology that was developed in my research lab in collaboration with a couple of my doctoral students, Beta Day and Carly Kraus. And it's a ceramic tablet. It's about the size of a game piece from Jenga, but it's made of ceramic, it's porous, and we apply silver to it in a proprietary manner. It's now a commercial product. And what happens is you drop this ceramic tablet in a water storage container that's in your home, maybe holds 10 or 20 liters of water. You fill the container up at night before you go to bed, and the next morning the water is safe to drink. And what's really unique about it is it works the same way day after day for 12 months. So one of these ceramic tablets works for a year, treats over 7,000 liters of water.
Although it doesn't filter out particles, it can kill the microorganisms in the water, which is a big deal because microorganisms like pathogens can cause diarrhea, and in some people diarrhea might not be a big deal, but in a lot of places where water is already scarce, the diarrhea can dehydrate them and then they can die of dehydration.
The journey was not easy. There were many challenges to overcome to make the Matadrop a realistic and viable solution in third world countries.
One of the biggest challenges we faced is releasing the right amount of silver. We want it to release enough so that it's effective as a disinfectant, but we also want it to be well below the drinking water standard. For a long time, we were having trouble having it release enough silver. Once it was commercialized, the company, Silivir Technologies, developed a better way of applying the silver that makes the release rate faster, and now it's highly effective. The other big thing was we didn't know how long it would work. You know, if it works for 1 or 2 days, it's going to be way too expensive. But we have been able to engineer it so it works for 12 months consecutively, which is, I think, looking back, it's one of the most remarkable things, and the thing I would have said is the hardest thing to do, but it turned out that we were able to do it.
Through hard work and ingenuity, they were able to cut the cost of the Matadrop so that it could truly be affordable to families and offer that easy access to drinkable water.
The Matadrop, although you have that upfront cost of like between $6 and $10, say, that lasts you for an entire year for the family. So $6 might be a lot to them, but then if it's for the entire year for clean water, then I would say it's totally like affordable.
With the Matadrop allowing safe, quick, and easy access to water for families, it is evident how much of an impact this invention has on the world.
The company now has been relatively successful, and it's still a very early stage company, but they've sold over 40,000 Matadrops. It's being used in 43 different countries right now, so probably it's helped to have 200,000 people have safe water.
Despite the fact that the company is still in its early stages, Dr. Smith has continued to push the boundaries of water purification with the development of his Matadrop tablets. Using the same concepts as the Matadrop Plus, Professor Smith, along with his graduate students, developed a new electrolytic method to decrease the required sanitation time.
And now we've actually built 30 prototypes that we're in the process of testing in rural South Africa. I have a team of students that are there right now that are engaging with a local community, and they're going to be evaluating the performance of this technology in the field.
In the lab, Courtney and a team of electrical engineers developed this prototype device that was 3D printed, and it uses silver wires and electrolysis to release silver ions into a container of water, just like the same kind of concept as the Matadrop, but this uses electrolysis to release the silver instead of just the Matadrop. The silver is just released from the surface of the ceramic.
The team has also been working to adapt the Matadrop to release other chemicals that work well as disinfectants.
I have another colleague in my lab who she's working on adding chlorine as well. So chlorine is great at protozoa and viruses, and silver is great at bacteria. So if we were to combine them and combine with copper as well, then I think it would release like a really great disinfection.
While many of us don't think twice where our next glass of water is coming from, people in the developing world risk their lives daily just by drinking unsafe water. Dr. James Smith is helping to bridge that gap and bring clean water global.